As you know, we are in our 30th season, and along with lots of luck, I like to think that you, our viewers, TSN, and our sponsors enjoy motoring TV. And hopefully, we haven't messed up too often. However, this week, well, we got ourselves in a bit of a bind. You see, this week, we are in beautiful British Columbia on Vancouver Island for the national media launch of the 2018 Subaru Crosstrek. But just before we left, Subaru Canada offered our Graham Fletcher a sneak preview. So he's already done his test drive, you probably saw it, and if not, you can check it out at motoringtv.com. So where does that leave me? Well, it's my first drive in the new vehicle. We can see how it's changed since it came out in around 2013, and we're even gonna scoop Graham, because I'm gonna show you this Crosstrek in a place you've never seen it before, and that includes Graham. And we thought, while we're here, maybe you might be interested in what goes on at these media launches. They're held all around the world, and sometimes they can determine a vehicle's success and failure.
Welcome to the 2018 Subaru Crosstrek press launch. This is a focused video wave, and we appreciate you joining us here on the island.
We're always anxious to see what the real opinions are. The Canadian automotive journalists as a whole are very forthright. They know their business, and there's no hiding things. So we want to present our product, let them see what it is, and hopefully they see the same things that we see, and then translate that to the consumers.
I'm right there with Anton. He's going to tell me more about the new Subaru Crosstrek. Anton, first of all, how's it going, man?
Very good. How are you?
We learn about the car about a year in advance. We go to Japan and we start to learn about it, and then we start to think, you know, what are some of the messages we want to say? What are the strengths of the car?
And then we also have a dedicated 6-speed manual, and that ratio is not different from Impreza. So instead of having 5 gears to get you to that final drive ratio, Crosstrek has 6.
We try to give you a couple key messages and information without, downloading the corporate message too much, and really try to give you, the car's strengths and showcase it in a unique environment such as this one.
This is 100 millimeters more in terms of width. So you can see before what we had is the kind of cut in coming this way. So this is a pretty wide opening for this segment. So it's actually +9 up here. So if you can imagine, a golf bag can actually fit straight in.
Do manufacturers enjoy this, you think?
I think they do. I think most of us are very professional, and I think they like to have their equipment tested. And this is the best way to do it, with people who are comparing different things across the whole segment. So they want us to go back and say that theirs is best in this regard and compare them. And if manufacturers don't want us to do that, then they shouldn't be holding these events.
A few weeks back, we were at the Vancouver Island Motorsports Circuit driving Porsche Panameras. Porsche racetrack. Makes sense. Well, we're back at the same track driving a Subaru Crosstrek with 152 horsepower. The question is, why?
Why would you do that? Well, we did it because we thought, you know what, this car can do that, and then we can go off-roading all in the same event and showcase, the capability on-road and both off-road as well.
You have a facilitator with each one of your outlets. They'll work with you to make sure you get your cameras in position and get all the coverage you want. There's quite a few other little areas. There's a water crossing we want to get as well.
I don't know if you can say in a few words what's into them, but certainly the end game is to give the journalists a broad range of experiences with the vehicle that in some ways would replicate to extreme what an owner might experience with the vehicle. And along the way, I guess, in doing that, you're sort of testing the limits of the vehicle, if you will, be it an off-road course, be it on the road, or be it on a racetrack.
Sometimes it's hard to find an angle that's unique. Like, you want to bring something back that everyone else isn't also bringing back, and the manufacturers rightfully want to control the environment to a degree, but that can also limit, as a writer, what you're going to bring back. So I kind of like flat tires. I kind of like when things go a little sideways, because then I can create something out of what they weren't expecting.
Is this a crossover? Is it a station wagon? What is it?
We have people that are comparing it to compact cars. We have people comparing it to compact SUVs, like say in the Forester category, and also people comparing it to the subcompact crossovers and subcompact SUVs that are new and coming to market all the time. So really we're competing with all 3 of those, and so we call it a crossover, but really it's whatever you want it to be.
We didn't really need a track day for it, because this is more an urban type car, but it's good to know you can throw some surfboards on it and get out of the sand if you have to. And country cottage roads, I mean, these are not that different from what I'm doing. So No, I'm impressed. For the price point of this car, I think anyone looking in either of these segments should give it a look.
Well, media from across the country continue to put the new Subaru Crosstrek through its paces, and you can bet that Subaru Canada has its fingers crossed, hoping that these stories will be positive. But you know something? I think Subaru is pretty confident they've got a winner here, and they hope to continue what has been a 5 straight years of record sales in Canada. I like the car. In fact, I like Subarus. I do have one pet peeve. You know me and heated steering wheels. Well, you can get a heated steering wheel, but it's the top trim only. And you say, nobody's perfect.
Hi. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And if you watch this on Facebook, like, follow, and share us. And we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.